So before joining the group, I found myself transitioning from my sort of place of work into full-time and starting a business. So it was quite a large transition at the time, especially considering having a wife and family, wife and baby, should I say. And it was just a quite a pivotal moment of actually getting the business off the ground and planning and getting everything in place in a very short amount of time. It was pretty stressful, if you will, pretty daunting of what the future looked like. And I knew it required a lot of work, a lot of time and effort, and a lot of clear vision and steps of what's going to be necessary. So being in the group was really beneficial because I knew there was 5 of us in total at the time, and I knew that there was 4 other people out there going through a very similar thing in terms of trying to progress, trying to make steps forward. So it was very beneficial being around other people, like-minded people, people going through a similar journey and trying to achieve a similar level of success, and having that accountability and that drive to make sure I'm not turning up and not having anything to show for the time that had passed since the last call. Having the group allowed me to have a clear focus of what I was working towards and sort of have actionable steps that I had set out, and having the accountability of the group, and especially Thomas as well, because Thomas really takes things seriously. Thomas is very, very hands-on, very, very focused, takes things extremely to a professional level. And therefore, even though this was a group of 5 guys who were going through a very similar thing, Thomas really took it on himself to lead that group, make sure things were being done, remind people that they needed to be taking action in order to see results. So the group as a whole was great, to be around other people and to have that accountability. But Thomas in particular really took it on himself to push us and to keep us all accountable and making sure that we were taking steps forward. And he wouldn't sugarcoat things, which I really liked as well. So now by this point, my business has been running coming up to 2 years now. So things are going much, much better from those steps taken back then. So really the direct result of the group, to be fair though, was that the business got set up in time, from the logo designs, from the website registration, from creating the content to creating the leads. Essentially the group really helped with that because it created a focused task each week that needed to be completed, so that by the end of Q1 of that year the business was ready to launch. So it was a very daunting experience beforehand because I never set up a business in this way before and at this speed for sure, and therefore the group really helped with just having those actionable steps, having that accountability, and it made sure that all the steps were done so that we were ready on time. And we had a very successful launch as well, which probably wouldn't have happened if I wasn't in the group, because then I probably might not have achieved the target, to be honest with you. I might not have set out all the tasks in time, maybe left it all last minute. But by having that accountability from Thomas in particular, who really, like I said, takes things on board and really understands that, and really holds you to your word, most importantly. And I think that's what is needed in a group such as this, where you're looking to make steps forward and you have a very specific goal in mind. So yes, I would definitely recommend doing group coaching and coaching in general with Thomas, because Thomas, not only has he spent the time to actually go through training and to actually experience things himself in order to be able to pass on that learning and pass on that mentorship, if you will, that guidance, that coaching onto you. He is very professional, like I said, in terms of when he does something, he does things in a very professional manner, full on, and takes everything on board. And it's very rare to find someone who that invested into creating results, not just the person. So rather than just being invested into me, he's invested into me and the results that he's going to help me to make, for example. So finding someone like that in this day and age is very, very difficult. And I think, I can't recommend enough the fact that you have someone who will be in your corner, who will hold you accountable, who knows your goals, knows your situation, helps you develop the mindset as well. So I cannot stress enough that the importance of what you can achieve through coaching with Thomas will be undescribable. Thomas is that individual who stays at the top and stays on you and keeps you accountable with the same energy every single time, every week, every single call. He has the same energy as if you just started, right? As if you just got started. He will still be holding you accountable. He will still be pushing you. He will help you with your problems, with your struggles, try and delve deep into what's holding you back as well, so that you can move forward. So in essence, really, Thomas is the coach that you need in order to get through a lot of the deep work, let alone obviously getting into progressing and being successful too. So definitely, in terms of accountability, I cannot stress enough, probably Thomas is the ideal or the best accountability coach that you could possibly have.